guys, today we are going to be we're actually going to be watching Crazy Dutch bridges. When I saw this, I was like, oh, a bridge? Really? Okay, today's video is from Oxlaey. It's titled Crazy Dutch Bridges, the signs of Erasmusbrug.Rotterdam-The Netherlands. So I think these are bridges. Rotterdam, Erasmusbrug. I think they are bridges. I'm not sure. Probably they are like super magnificent kind of bridges that only exist in Netherlands. But I'm super excited to be watching this together with you guys. I've only heard about Netherlands like crazy bridges, but I've never seen them. This is super exciting for me. Before we dive into it, my name is Oge. Welcome to the channel. If it's your first time here, hello. Do well to like, share, subscribe. Let's dive straight into this. World's craziest bridges are in the Netherlands. Wow, but why?
The variety of bridges has to deal with the situation in the Netherlands. The Netherlands is a country with a lot of waterways, very close to the ocean. We are below sea level. It's creative, but on the other hand, you also have to look to the typical site. What are the possibilities of that site? And that also determines partly the type of bridge you are building at that location. This is a Roman type of bridge, or masonry bridge. It's completely built with stones. And then the arch form is the most convenient form to carry the loads. The arches are relatively small, but it has to do also with the material. They were not able to build bridges with large spans. This is a relative cheap solution, just a plate girder bridge. So you can build up it in totally and then go to the side and put it in position. There are numbers on the bridges also inside in the bridge that's useful for inspection. So if you observe something, you can make your remarks on paper and say, at that position I found a fatigue crack, or there is a need for extra conservation and that kind of stuff. This is a very modern one. This type of form
look at that.
An architect who has a very important input for this bridge.
Very beautiful.
But also due to modern technology, the material is improving, so you are able to make more slender structures. Now this is comparable with the previous one. Cables from top of the pylon and then to the deck. So it's a so-called cable-stayed bridge. These bridges are used in areas where you need longer spans. The cable stays are an alternative, let's say, for the arch bridge. Also you have to connect these steel cables to each other. There are people who like it to see the reality of a connection. But it could also be done inside the bridge itself. That's a matter of choice. Yeah, this is a steel deck. The steel parts are shipped to this area, welded together. Then they build up a surfacing system, an asphalt layer or a concrete layer. And this is a so-called bascule bridge with one hinge, with a counterweight at the other side. So you need a rather light mechanical equipment to open and to close the bridge. It's more or less in equilibrium. The type of the bridge, that's just the choice of the architect. Let's say, okay, I like to build a very nice bridge. It makes it very attractive.
Wow, look at this.
But there is no real technical reason to choose for this. It makes it more expensive, that's for sure, but it's very nice to see. And a normal solution would be that you have a point here and a point here. So it opens just in parallel in the direction of the road. If people are making a film in Rotterdam, you will always see a shoot from the Erasmus Bridge and from the Willems Bridge. That makes also the city of Rotterdam interesting for filmmakers. Nice building.
That's because they actually have, apart from, they actually have, like those bridges are actually beautiful. To be honest, there are bridges I've never seen before. I know that the Netherlands have really amazing bridges. They have really interesting things, but I never knew they were this like magnificent. They were this good, like they were this crazy. Yeah, and I remember he mentioned that one of the reasons why they have so many bridges is because, you know, the I keep saying Australia, you know, Netherlands is in a riverine area. Like they have a lot of water there. They are below sea level, so they have so much water. They are close to the ocean. So yeah, that's understandable that they have bridges almost everywhere. But I mean, the initiative, the wisdom, the knowledge to be able to build significant things like this is what is mind-blowing for me. For me, it is one thing that is actually really mind-blowing. Yeah,
nice buildings, nice bridges.
yeah,
But it has a positive spin-off. But on the other hand, you have to realize that it costs more money. This is also a bascule bridge. And so let's say the counterweight is below the bridge, so you don't see it. Yeah, and what you see here, that's a typical steel bridge with a steel orthotropic bridge deck. If you look it from below, and then you see a lot of longitudinal ribs and some cross beams. And that's a typical steel bridge deck, and used for movable bridges, but also for the most modern fixed bridges. And that's not a unique Dutch concept. It's used everywhere, in the States, in China, everywhere you see the same type of structure. A bridge is built for, let's say, 100 years, 120 years.
Wow, that means they have to be very solid.
Enjoy it for a very long time.
Look at those bridges, bonus bridges.
This is also a cable stayed, that these tubes are used
Looks
for
like
other
it is floating,
infrastructure,
like it's in
just
air.
for telephone cables, internet, and that kind of things. It isn't a part of the structural behavior of the bridge. This is also a very traditional bridge. You see it a lot in the Netherlands, and then the counterweight is not.
It's coming from like
below
a house.
the road surface, but the counterweight is now in this area. And that's with respect to costs, that's a very attractive solution. Let's say for a bascule bridge you have to build a very large concrete basement for the mechanical equipment as well as for the room you need for the counterweight. This is just a typical inspection tool, and the advantage of this inspection tool is that you can put it very easy on the bridge. It's just a truck and the whole system is folding open, and so you can come very easy under the bridge.
I love that he mentioned that the bridge is supposed to last about 100 to 120 years. A bridge is supposed to last that long, right? And I love that he also mentioned that they have to make a very solid foundation, because if a bridge is supposed to last for about 120 years, it has to be, that means it has to be very solid, like very solid, because people are going to be working on it for a very long time. Cars, big vehicles, and so many other effects. I'm sure within that 120 years there will be maintenance from each year. Maybe not each year, maybe every 10 years, every 5 years, they close up the bridges, do some sort of maintenance just to make sure that everything is okay, everything is good. They have really, I don't know if the word exotic is the word to use, but they have really nice and crazy bridges. I know one of the reasons is because they are below sea level. They have lots of water everywhere, so they need bridges actually. Another thing he mentioned was these bridges are very expensive to make, because they have to do really solid things, so they use solid materials which are very expensive to purchase. I love that they are not compromising on the prices. They are still making good bridges that would last for a very long time, because the safety of people is very important. Yeah, so if you're in Netherlands and you know any bridge that was not mentioned here, please let us know so we can always check it out and go learn one or two things. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Do well to drop a comment on what you think about this video. Which of these bridges actually stood out for you? Which have you seen before? Which have you rode on? Which have you actually seen in real life? I've never seen anyone in real life. In fact, this is my first time actually seeing these bridges. I've only heard about it. So if you've seen them, you've seen them physically, you've driven on it, let's know what the experiences are like. If you've actually experience a bridge being built, because it will be a beautiful sight, because some of these bridges are actually very crazy and insane. You're like, how did somebody actually come about the construction of something like this? Do you get? But I mean, they are very, very brilliant minds. But anyway, drop your comment on what you think about this video. Do well to like, share, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.